Hey, thanks for tuning in to this episode where Janis gets new interior. And Kelly and I are going to take you through the process of how we transform the interior to Kelly's vision. When we purchased the bus back in April, the previous owners had a red theme going on. They must have loved Coca-Cola or whatever because it was red and white. The wall panels were red. The seats were red. Everything was red and white, so that did not appeal to Kelly. So she came up with a color scheme of the seats were going to be blue, and the wall panels were going to be kind of a turquoise color, and it's going to turn out fantastic. Everything is original to the bus. All the cabinets, the seats, tables, and everything. The ice box is original to the bus. The only thing that's not original is the color. The original color that would have came on this Westfalia in 1970 would have been a mustard color. So we're going to change all that up, all this color in there, all this red, and clean up the cabinets and everything. But the first thing we had to do once we got it back home was to start this process was we had to take everything out. I wanted to take everything out so I could see the floor and make sure we wasn't dealing with any major rust spots. The only rust spots that we had were two minor. They were just surface rust. I sanded them down and put some rust encapsulator on it and painted them, and the floor looks fantastic. So we are blessed with not having any rust. Here we got everything out of the bus, and now we're going to start ready to start cleaning it. It took us about a day to clean it. Cleaning it up, getting it all done, getting it ready for paint, painting the rust spots, getting those cleaned up. So, and there's Kelly with her bucket of dirty water back there cleaning. And I tell you, once we got it cleaned up, man, it looked so much better. And we were so pleased that there were no major rust spots. So there's new insulation going on the side walls. We replaced all the insulation on the walls, and then the first thing we started to tackle was the headliner. The headliner is actually a birch plywood. It's real thin. It had a paint substance on it that was flaking off, so we cleaned it back down to the wood color, and instead of taking it off and damaging it, we decided to leave it in place, and the only thing I did was took some clear and painted and sprayed over it to protect it. And I tell you what, man, it looks fantastic and it looks great. Then next, Kelly started working on changing the vinyl color from that red to the blue, as you can see there, and that color is fantastic. All she used was chalk paint, and it's held up great. And once she applied the chalk paint, then she put a wax on it, and it was great. Then I started working on the panels. We made these side panels out of hardboard that you can buy at Home Depot. It's flexible, and it's what you got to have to be able to bend them and put them back in place. Here Kelly is putting adhesive on the board because we're going to put matting on all the panels to give it some depth and also help protect the panel, give it a cushion feel. We have never done this before, so we watched a bunch of YouTube videos as always, and before we tackle something, and I tell you, Kelly has become an expert on reupholstery and stuff. So that's the color of the vinyl, and the striped cloth is going to be the color of the curtains. And here Kelly is laying it out, cutting it down to size, stapling with her new staple gun she got for Mother's Day. She's not a big power tool person, but she loves that staple gun. Kelly has really become proficient in making panels and reupholstering these panels. So that's a plus in our case. So all right, almost done with this first panel. Just want to welcome you to Owen's Restoration and Upholstery. There it is. The batting on the back helps protect it. Up here at the top, we have to leave 1/4 of an inch without matting on the back to go up underneath the metal lip. So by doing that, some of the staples came through, but they'd be covered by the lip of the channel that it goes in. So, but yeah, other than that, shoot, it's a brand new panel. Now we're just going to cut the hole out for the exterior plug and get it done, and should be ready to go in the bus. So this is the exterior plug that goes on the side of the bus, and then it's got a plug on the outside that you can actually plug into. I'm going to replace these plugs, and it's basically just like an extension cord. So that way when we have a generator, we can plug it up straight into the generator. That way not have to run cords inside or anything like that. And it's going to go in this hole right here. So finished product. Looks good.
Awesome.
So yeah. So we are pleased with this right here. So as soon as we get it in the bus, we'll let y'all see it. Alright, Kelly's working on the rear quarter panel, inside panel on the driver's side. The panel we just made. This goes decided toward the back over the fender well, and we've got a cutout right here for the wiring for the speakers and any other power cables and everything that we have going to in the back from our leisure battery up toward the front. And then we got a cutout for a old vintage ashtray came with it. So once we get on with this, then we're going to move to this panel, this little bitty panel right here. It goes over the back. The hatch door has got a place for it. So what we're going to do is just take those grommets out, the little silver ones out, just recover it and put the grommets in, and then we'll be done with this one. So yeah, it's starting to come along, and everything's going pretty good so far. So when we get ready to put it on, we'll show y'all the end result. All right, we got the rear panel in. Got it in, it's looking good. So now we finished the installation on the bottom part. Kelly did a great job on the panels. Thanks to Kelly. So now we just gotta put this panel in, the one that we finished up first on this side right here. But we've got to cut a piece out of it down at the bottom for the wiring to go through, and it'll come out down at the bottom end down there for the speakers back here in the back, power cables, power cords and everything. It's going to come up here, and there's going to be a chair that sits right here that's got an opening in the back that the amplifier, power inverter, fuse panel for the leisure battery will all go right there. So yeah, she's coming along. So one panel in, one to go, and about 3 more to go. We got to do the sliding door, this quarter panel here that goes inside the closet, and the panel on the rear on the rear hatch. So, and then we'll start putting the stuff back in. Do the floor first, and start putting it all back together. And then I get started back underneath doing the transmission, axles, brakes. Because when you live next door to the front door of hell, you can't come out here during the day and do this. So yeah, so it's looking good. So this is our good friend Scott Gordy. He came over to help build panels and reupholster them and put them in. So we appreciate his help. It was a real big help that day. Kelly started working on the rear hatch panel, getting the clips put in, which we had a problem with, like we did with the door panels. But we got that worked through. Here she's stapling the vinyl onto the rear hatch, and there's Kelly with her staple gun there that she enjoys using. And she has saved us a lot of money by doing this. And here I am installing it, and we it took a while to get it installed, but we got it installed because of the clips, and it looks great. Here I'm working on the exterior plug, getting it installed, and it's got a 3-prong plug on the outside that hooks into 2 outlets on the inside, and it's a 110, so we can use it just about anywhere. Here I put a piece of trim on the outside with some caulk to help protect it from rusting and help protect the edge of the bus. And then this right here is the final project on the outlet and what it looks like, and it turned out great. So here's pictures of the panels with all of them installed, and let me tell you, they look fantastic and look great, and we saved a buttload of money. And in the next episode, you're going to start seeing us start putting the flooring down and the carpet and start putting the cabinets back in place. And you're going to see the transformation over the next couple episodes of what the interior looks like. So until then, we'll see you on the next one. Hey, Kelly and I would like to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Adventures with Janis. If you'd like to keep up with our adventure, make sure you click that subscribe button and click that bell for notifications of when we post new videos. Also, if you like the content, hey, give us a big thumbs up, and you can always leave us comments in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks for tuning in to this episode of Adventures with Janis. And remember, like we say in the V-Dub world, drop them if you got them. Peace and V-Dub life.